Hi, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today on The Inside to remember have a look at the world through a different set of eyes and a different thought process. What I wanted to do today before we get too much further into this hopefully huge value adding tool for you is actually just blow a couple of the myths out of the water that I am so overhearing. You know those myths like nobody's perfect? Well, I just want to say, because at the end of the day, you are perfect. You are so perfect at being you. No one else can ever be, do, have, or give better than you can because no one's got all of your antecedents or past, your experiences, and your interpretation of them. So let's just let go of that one and give ourselves a break. You are perfect at being you. It's that simple. And you know, one of my favourite sayings ever is Martin Luther King that I ad-libbed a little bit. It's do what you do so well that no man living and no man yet unborn can do it better. And the thing that you can do better than anyone else is be yourself. You know, in the past, I've had a few people say, you know, Louise, you're 40 something, you shouldn't dress like that, you can't do this, da 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 da. So I've just gone, well, that's really cool, but hang on a second. I'll get out and you get on in if you think you can do it better. And it kind of stops them in their tracks and gets them to think about, well, you know, who am I to be telling them how they need to be in the world? I'm not saying for 1 second if someone says, does, or doesn't say, or doesn't do something that you need or something that perhaps upsets you, please, by all means, have a really good look at what it means to you and how is it a reflection of how you are in the world. And we'll get into that a lot deeper later on. But the second myth that I just want to blow right out of the water is that, oh, you know, only some of us are special and some of us have got gifts. Rubbish. I think this is the biggest crock of yeah in the history of the world, nearly as bad as that no one's perfect thing. Yes, we've all got a gift, and you have no idea of the capacity of what that gift is. And you know what? It could save people's lives. And I'm so blessed to have met a young lady who, through my book, had made a phone call to me. Now, this young person had had a lot of histories with what they call mental health issues, which is something that I don't believe in. And she had actually read my book, Detoxing the Goddess, which remember again is available at hearts3.com.au on the products page. And she had actually done a lot of work with professional psychiatrists and psychologists, etc., over a longer period of time. I guess she was probably, when I say young lady, she was probably in her mid-30s. She actually called me one day from the psychiatric ward of the local hospital to say thank you. And I said to her, that's fine. Just give me some little more intel as to what you're saying thank you for. And she said, Louise, I just wanted to say thank you because she said, I thought I'd had enough of this life. And I was actually ready to commit suicide. I was there ready to take a drug overdose. And she said, you know what? Something came into my mind from your book, Detoxing the Goddess, and it reminded me that nothing is beyond me, that I can do anything in this life. And she said, I put down the drugs, got a cab, and went and checked myself into the hospital because I thought I needed to be in a bit more of a confined, safer environment. And you know what? That still resonates so deeply in my heart. And, you know, I'm not a rocket scientist. I don't have any massive degrees. Yes, I've got several little bits of paper, etc., that give me qualifications. But I think I'm best qualified at actually being human. And how I've learned to interpret that journey of being human is something I'm really, really blessed to share with people because, like I said last time, I honestly believe that when we learn what our greatest hurt is, or we think our greatest hurt is, we can actually break it down in simple steps for other people to learn how to overcome those hurts and use them in a really positive way. And I'm just so grateful, if for no other reason, that's the reason I wrote Detoxing the Goddess, because that lady is still alive and traversing the earth, and you never ever know what she has the capacity of achieving by perhaps teaching someone else from the lessons she's learned about her drug use, etc., and how to get over it and move on. So there, I guess, two of the biggest myths that I'd really like to dispel right here, right now. And also, before we go too much further in this hopefully exciting journey, well, it's really exciting for me anyway, just to be able to be honoured to come into your place and share this knowledge with you. When I say BS, and I'll probably be saying it quite a bit, it means one of two things to me. I am a neuro-linguistic programmer, so I work very, very much in the field of belief systems that people have. Because of our belief system is why we actually do certain behaviors, because we're trying to have a need met, right? Because remember what I said last time? The number one human emotional need is to feel loved and approved of. And the number one human fear is to be rejected. The only person you really, really need in this journey to love and approve of yourself is you. The only person that can reject you in this journey is you as well. So when we get those things sorted out, it's much easier to understand why you do the behaviors that you do. So remember, the first BS, when I say BS, it's either belief system or it's the good old-fashioned bullshit. And I don't mean to offend anyone, but that's just sometimes the really appropriate way for me to get my point across. I've had a lot of BS, both of them, in my life, but it was a lot of stuff that helped me now to really learn to understand how to make this life so amazing and so filled with adventures and experiences that I really want to have. So once again, thank you so much for coming on inside with me and having a look at the world through a different set of eyes and a different thought process. And I'll see you back here next time, hopefully to give you heaps more information, how to be, do, have, and give so much better than you ever thought possible. And if you've got a question you'd like answered from my thought process and through my eyes, please email me at louisemarie@hearts3.com.au, and I'd love to get back to you. Have a fantastic day. Ciao.